If you've been buying Luna on the dips, then you've been leaving money on the table. Welcome to Crypto Saver. So in this video, we're not going to be discussing some crazy new concepts. Some of you might even know about this, probably do. But we're actually going to quantify the opportunity that exists between buying bLUNA and slow burning it, as opposed to just simply buying Luna out of the gate. So for starters, let's go over a quick definition of what bLUNA actually is. Now, to be able to mint bLUNA, you would have to head over to the Anchor protocol, the mint section, right? And once you provide the Luna here, you'd also select the validator, and then they will mint bLUNA for you. And typically, it should be minted at a 1-to-1 ratio. So in other words, one bLUNA represents one staked Luna through Anchor. Now, once you mint the bLUNA, or if you own bLUNA in your wallet, you should know that if you head over to the Claims tab, you would also be able to claim rewards. These rewards do not just magically appear here. They're simply your share of the trading fees from the block rewards for staking your Luna. As you took, if you took your Luna and just staked it into Terra Station, you'd also receive the block rewards. Downsides, though, to having bLUNA as opposed to taking a Luna and staking it in Terra Station is the fact that you do not get any airdrops, right? But that's what bLUNA represents. Now, there's two ways to convert your bLUNA into Luna. One way is a slow way, known as burn. In this case, you're looking for 21 to 24 days for a slow burn. But if you do so, then your bLUNA will end up converting over to Luna at a 1-to-1 ratio. It does say 0.99992, but it's pretty damn close to a 1 ratio. Why is this needed? Why is the burn so long? Well, you actually have to unstake that Luna. Since again, one bLUNA represents a staked Luna, while if you want to sell your bLUNA, or if you want to convert your bLUNA into Luna, you do have to wait for that Luna to be unstaked. And that's why you have to wait so long. Here is where the arbitrage opportunity exists. If we head over to the Instant Burn tab. Now, I do have some bLUNA in my wallet right now. Let's just select one bLUNA. And if you look right now, the price of a bLUNA is equal to 0.979 of Luna. So if you decide to quickly right now on the spot trade over one bLUNA for a Luna that is completely unstaked, you will receive less than one Luna. It doesn't convert to 1-to-1. The only way to get a 1-to-1 conversion is through the slow burn, which requires unstaking. Well, this spread that exists, that's the spread we are going to be focusing on in this video, and it's what I made an Excel sheet about. But before we jump into that Excel sheet, if you go over to CoinHall, you can kind of see how the spread has been over time. This is currently the 4-hour chart. This backs up all the way into April. I'm just simply using a line to represent the price here. Now you can see that it has been pretty volatile, but it's tightened up as late. But there's still an opportunity here. And the most important thing to remember is that during volatile time periods, and or when Luna is trading down, that spread will widen. And the reason that it widens is that people obviously might panic and they may want to sell out of their bLUNA position. Those who decided to stake their Luna via Terra Station, they don't have the luxury of just selling their Luna at the market because their Luna is essentially locked up into a staking position, which takes 21 days to get out. But if you hold bLUNA, you could always utilize the instant burn to get out of your position. And that's kind of why bLUNA trades at that discount, because you have that opportunity for liquidity on the spot. And when the markets are crashing and people are panicking, they're going to jump on that opportunity. They're going to sell out of their bLUNA if they think that the whole crypto market is at the very top. In August, we're looking at this chart here. In August, we saw during the 4-hour chart here, it dropped as much as 0.92. Right now, it's trading at about 0.985. You can kind of see it jumping. And Luna has been trading very well for the last couple of weeks, so it kind of makes sense why it's trading a lot closer, while the spread itself is trading a lot closer to 1. You can see that in most cases it tends to stay under 1, which makes sense. Um, if it trades higher up, right, so closer to 1, the opportunity that we're about to talk about is obviously not as lucrative. But that's again because Luna has been heading up all these past few weeks. So let's finally head into the Excel sheet. Now, this Excel sheet is going to be available for everybody. It's going to be in the description below. I'm going to upload it to a Google Drive, make it accessible for anyone so you can kind of hop on, play with the numbers, see what you get out of it. And it's very simple, nothing too crazy. Very first field here is essentially the spread for the slow burn. Because we did see it's not a one-to-one conversion for a slow burn, it's slightly off, right? bLUNA has a slight discount on that slow burn, well, it's denoted right here. Anything that is in yellow are fields that you should be changing if you were to use this Excel sheet. The cell B2 represents the current spread. We can always grab the spread from CoinHole, or you can grab it directly through Anchor, right? In most cases, it should be exactly the same. UST available. If you're looking to make a purchase right now and you want to buy some Luna, run your numbers through this Excel sheet. See how much you have to gain by buying bLUNA and waiting those 21 days. Imagine you wanted to buy 1,000 UST worth of Luna on the spot. So let's put down the UST price, UST available, which is about 1,000 for this example. For the bLUNA price, you could also grab that from CoinHole. Just simply select bLUNA/UST, and we can see that right now it's at 66.53. And I mean, let's just plug that in, right? So we're looking at what? 66.53. 66.53. Is that, I think the spread was at around 0.985. So right now it's telling us that if we were to use 1,000 UST and we were to buy bLUNA right now at 66.53, we would have 15.03 bLUNA. Let's head over to the calculations. Luna after burn. This represents how much Luna we will have after the slow burn. So if we take our 15.03 bLUNA, we head over to Anchor. Let's just go over here. We go to burn. We enter all our bLUNA here. We hit burn. We would expect to have 15.26 Luna, which means that we actually gained 0.22 Luna in doing so, which comes out to 1.52%. And the only thing we had to do was wait about 21 to 24 days. Now, why do I say 21 to 24 days if we know that it takes 21 days to unstake? Well, Anchor unstakes in batches, in 3-day batches. So if you kind of end up unstaking your bLUNA right after the intervals of the 3-day batches, you might end up on the long side of having to wait to 24 days. It's going to be somewhere between 21 to 24 days. Either way, once you wait those 21 to 24 days, you would have 1.52% extra Luna just for waiting. Now, what does this annualized number mean? Well, how this number is calculated, you can kind of see the formula there at the same time. We took, in this example, the 1.52%, and we divided it by 22 days. Since we kind of know it could be between 21 to 24 days, I decided taking 22 days was kind of fair. So we took that extra Luna percentage, we divided it by 22 days to get the extra Luna percent per day. And then we multiplied that by 365. And in doing so, the annualized return on the amount of Luna that we received is 25.25%. Now, the reason I have this annualized number here is not because for you to look at it and say, wow, I can make 25% by doing this every say 22 days over and over again. No, because obviously a price risk, right? If you think that you can kind of capitalize on this spread over 22 days, that's unlikely to happen, right? Because Luna can simply trade down. So whatever profits you had on that 1.52% spread can easily be annihilated by Luna trading down. The reason I put this here is that some of you might say, hey, Crypto Saver, I want to buy Luna right now. I want to buy Luna right now so I can stake it and make that 10% APR by staking it. Or I want to buy some Luna right now because I want to throw Luna and bLUNA into an LP and make 16% APR in it. Well, both of those examples, both of those APRs, which are kind of the realistic APRs, as of right now, as I'm making this video on December 16th, they all undershoot the return you would get by simply taking your bLUNA and slow burning it on an average 22-day wait period. There are honestly very few opportunities out there where you are looking to buy Luna and you need to buy specifically Luna, and that the yield that you will receive from doing that and yield farming it somewhere that can actually beat the returns you would get from simply playing the spread. Because let's change some of these numbers real quick. As we've said, the spread of 0.985 right now is fairly tight, and that is because Luna is trading up. When the market is pulling back, I mean, we're not even going to go too crazy here, but you can kind of see in August it really pulled back. But let's go to something like even a few days ago here, where it's basically trading, let's say at a 9.3. I think 9.3 is pretty fair, right? So you may want to buy the dip during this time. 9.3, let's go with that number. So we put, not 9.3, 9.973. That's what I meant. And let's plug that through. Look at how things change. Now we're getting 2.77% extra Luna, annualized. Now it's at a 46% rate. There's no way you're going to find an opportunity out there that demands that you buy Luna instead of bLUNA and waiting those 21 days. There's just no way. So now me personally, I mean, I'm always buying a little bit more of Luna. Moving forward, I am not going to buy Luna. I am going to buy bLUNA. It just makes complete sense to do so. I mean, only if the spread gets insanely tight. I mean, let's go with something like 9.996, right? Now we start getting into the region of where, wait a minute, maybe I should just buy Luna and stake it in Terra Station, because the APR in Terra Station right now is between 8 to 10%. I would make more money within that 22-day period if I were to do so. But that's how tight the spread needs to get. And this is something that you should kind of keep in mind. And again, just download the Excel yourself. And anytime you're looking to make a purchase of Luna, go look at what the spread is. Plug the number in real quick. Again, you plug in how much you want to use, what the price of bLUNA is in that moment. Obviously, those things kind of change quickly. So if you do put everything in, you like what you see, you should go out there and just get it done right away, not allow things to fluctuate too much. Now, there are a couple points I want to clarify here. During this process, you will not be earning any rewards on your bLUNA at all, because you're buying your bLUNA and you should look to slow burn it right away. And if you do that, those rewards with an anchor that I showed you, nothing is going to be accumulating. Okay, so forget about those. A second thing to talk about. This arbitrage opportunity exists as long as there are not crap ton of people taking advantage of it. If people see the spread gets really wide on the normal market conditions, nothing's too volatile, people are going to hop in and take advantage of it. This is not a new concept. The only thing I'm doing, I just kind of built a small little Excel model, very simple one, to kind of show why it's worth doing it. Now, there is a project on Terra. I made a video about them, White Whale. I'm going to put a card up there. They will likely look to arbitrage this in the future. It's not going to be the next 2-3 months. It will likely be some point in 2022. And a lot of money is going to end up flowing into this arbitrage opportunity. And if it does so, we will likely see that spread tightening up. But for the time being, if we're seeing these spreads get as low as 0.98, if we see the spreads getting to 0.97, it's highly lucrative. If you're lucky enough to catch a big drop, because sometimes Luna drops like 15-20% in one day, the spread really widens to like 0.96, 0.95. I mean, if we go to something like 0.96, which again is not out of this world, it's not out of this world. I mean, you're going to end up capturing an extra 4.17% of Luna by buying bLUNA in those moments. Buying bLUNA in those moments, waiting 21 days, you're capturing 4% extra of Luna. Annualized, 69%. How can you beat that? Why not buy bLUNA and wait? Now, even though the spread might tighten on bLUNA Luna moving forward, there's still going to be this similar arbitrage opportunity that's going to exist with LunaX Luna. For those unaware, I mean, I've done plenty of videos on Stater, but LunaX is also is essentially a staked version of Luna that accrues all the staking rewards on top of it. But right now, we're looking at the coin haul LunaX Luna. It is at 0.97 right now. That's what LunaX, so LunaX is trading at a discount to Luna. In the same fashion on Stater, which we can bring up right now, we're going to launch the app. If we go over to pools, if I had, let's go unstake. If I had, so just take a look at this right now. The spread is so, it works so much differently here, where if we had one LunaX, we would actually get more than one Luna for it. And that is because LunaX actually accrues in value since it actually packs the staking rewards on top. Because bLUNA doesn't do that. When we hold it, the rewards are separate. We have to claim those. In this case, the rewards are stacked on top. So one LunaX is worth more than one Luna. But if you were to buy LunaX right now, you can buy it at a discount. So the arbitrage, oops, I'm actually on the wrong tab, at a 0.97. So LunaX trades at a discount when you're buying it, trades at a premium when you unstake it, okay? So even if we see bLUNA Luna opportunity is not as great, there's always LunaX Luna, and likely this opportunity here will stay for a while because it runs under the same criteria here, where the reason why we can buy it for cheaper is because LunaX is meant to be a liquid form of staked Luna, in the same way bLUNA is. So, and because there's so much less liquidity in the LunaX Luna pools, since people are using it to get out of their position quickly if they want to, it's trading at a discount when you're able to capitalize on that. Now, hopefully you found this video informative. And I think moving forward, I mean, again, like it's either you can be buying bLUNA or you should be buying LunaX if you want to take advantage, because you're just going to earn a couple percentage points extra of Luna in doing so. Wait 21 days. There's just no way to find an opportunity out there that will give you a higher yield without giving you some losses elsewhere. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you love Terra and you love Terra related content, subscribe. If this video gets enough likes, I can look to even create a video where we can take advantage of the spread on bLUNA and Luna and actually lock in that APR that we see. Let me bring this up, say 69% APR. We can lock it up by also being short Luna. So we basically have no price risk, right? No exposure to the long side, no exposure to the downside. We just capitalize on the spread. If this video gets enough likes, if you guys like that idea, let me know in the comments. I can work on it and have it out in a couple weeks. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your holidays, and thank you for watching.